Hello, Capybara crew. Welcome back to the Casa, and welcome back to Compensation Not Guaranteed. I don't remember what this game even really was, but we're going to check it out. I downloaded the demo a while ago. As usual, we are going to check out what the store has to say. So the Steam store says, experience the first chapter of Compensation Not Guaranteed in this preview demo. Get people to give up their land for the only ones who know how to use it right. The government. Explore a seldom told story of post-colonial Southeast Asia interpreted through surrealist lens. Find out what sacrifices were made so that the former backwater outposts could transform into global powerhouses. The Ministry of Urban Development needs to acquire land from citizens so it can be put to better use. Do your part in the great transformation of our island nation. All you have to do is meet the citizens who own the land. Check their ownership documents, listen to interesting backstories, learn about their circumstances. Then decide if they are people who genuinely deserve some compensation for their troubles, or are less civic-minded individuals who should simply make the noble sacrifice for the greater good. However you decide to take over the land, you'll be playing a key role in ushering in a new age of prosperity and happiness for all. Oh, this is gonna be... Why did I download this? I don't know, but we're gonna check it out anyway. There doesn't appear to be any settings, and the music is like real loud. So I turned it way, way down. And you can probably still hear it through my microphone. I am going to unmute it in the recording and still turn it down further. So, turn it down on my speakers, so it's not super loud for me. Start the game. A new nation is born. Oh, I have to click. We've survived war, we've survived abandonment by colonial rulers, we've survived the birthing pangs of a new government. Now, in the aftermath, we want to build a country for our children and our children's children. Green and safe and beautiful. Some of us will need to give up our old homes, our touchstones, our land. But nothing great was ever achieved without sacrifice. A brighter future awaits if we do this together. Will you serve? Propaganda. Alright. Reject, approve. July 1965. Okay. Oh, here's our person. Hi, you must be the new addition. I'm the department secretary. My name is Bobet, but most people call me Bobby. Shake Bobby's hand. Squeak. Oh, someone else wants to say hi. She's the most curious one in the shoal. Oh, right. I forgot. Bobby is a man. She just looks so feminine. Or he just looks so feminine. But that's just because it's seahorses. Say hi to the bebe. Cute, right? Back in the pouch you go. Squeak. We'll begin with some background information. We have many construction projects planned, so we need to take over a lot of land. People residing on these lands have been told to vacate. If they can produce valid ownership documents, we will compensate them for surrendering their land. Your job is to make sure these documents are authentic and decide if compensation should be awarded. If something seems squeak. Oops, you're right, baby. Can't use that term. Back in the pouch, you're embarrassing me. If anything is, suspicious with the documentation, compensation will be denied. Anyway, an officer had a few cases he thought you could use for practice. For the first case, we have Mrs. D'Souza. She is the law-abiding sort, so there shouldn't be a problem with her documents. I'll call her queue number. Wait for Mrs. D'Souza. Hello, did you call for the right number? You'll be checking my documents? You look so young. Oh, thank you. Wait, are you in training? You won't make many mistakes, will you? You'll do your best not to. We understand it's stressful for you, Mrs. D'Souza. It'll be fine, you'll see. Okay, I guess. I'm coming over to your side to help with the inspection. To start, ask for her documents and bring them over to the inspection area on the right. Ask for her documents. Bring them over to the inspection area on the right. It should be easier to read the details now. Let's begin with looking at the names on her yellow IC and title to make sure they match. So her IC is her identity card, and then this is her title, Rosa de Souza. Rosa de Souza. If you spot anything wrong with the names, let me know. Rosa de Souza. Rosa de Souza. They match. Great. Now all you have to do is look over the rest of the details. You can check other fields now for anything out of the ordinary. The addresses need to match too, and no field should be empty. Once you've checked all these, let me know your findings. Number 11, Eng Hua. Number 11, Eng Hua. Close, M23. Close, M23. Tell Bobby you found a problem. But that can't be. My documents are authentic. Please remain calm, Mrs. D'Souza. I'm sure the officer will double-check the documents to make sure there really is a problem. Correct yourself and state there are no issues with the documents, but there are. Oh, that's when the title was issued, and this is the date of birth and the issuance of that. Ah. Can't tell if you just need more practice or if you got a mean streak in you. All right, then, we're about ready to finalize the acquisition. Other than going over the documentation, you should consider conversing with the landowner. It helps with learning about their background, clarifying issues with documents, or making the whole process feel less impersonal. Oh no, must we? Nothing makes me more nervous than having to hold a conversation. Really? I couldn't tell, Mrs. D'Souza. You've been doing wonderful so far. Will only be a few general questions, and then we can bring the process to a close. You can converse with her by addressing her directly. Let's get to it, shall we? Ask for her particulars. My name is Rosa de Souza. Souza with a Z, not an S. Should it be an S? Do you need me to change it? My current address is 11 Ingwa Close. I moved there 12 years, 2 months, and 4 days ago. My IC number is 41674. I memorized it the moment I got my IC. You did great, Mrs. D'Souza. Everything seems to be in order, so we can go ahead with approving compensation. Grab the green stamp and stamp the title deed, unless you want to, chat with her more. Is it really over? Will I get the money? Of course, Mrs. D'Souza. We're nothing like the corrupt officials of the past. Thank goodness. Talking to a government official is so nerve-wracking. Eep! Not that I didn't trust you. The government, that is. Can I go now? Of course you can go, Mrs. D'Souza. Rebecca ID. Place the title deed on the map to the left. You've now learned how to collect. Good luck with your training! That was so funny. That wasn't so bad, was it? I guess Mrs. D'Souza might be feel differently, but let's move on. The next case we were given is Mr. Keyes. When the officer told him to fix his documents the first time, Mr. Key kicked up a fuss. You'll need to be on the lookout for problems with his documents, as he might have refused to comply. If he can't come up with a good explanation, we'll have to reject his claim to compensation. Ask what should be done if Mr. Key gets difficult. It's a real headache when people behave that way, but we have to remain professional no matter what. Part of the job is facing tough challenges head on. Isn't that right, baby? Squeak, squeak. I'll call for Mr. Key's queue number now. Maybe you should stay down for this one, baby. Squeak. Oh my god, I love Mr. Key. About time. You better make this quick. There's no need to check my documents because they're fine. It's a routine procedure we can't skip, Mr. Key. But we promise it'll be quick if there are no issues. Ask for his documents. Remember to bring the documents to the inspection area on the right. Yes. Start with doing a general scan of the documents. There's been no time to create new documents for every citizen, so they just bring whichever ones they currently have. That's just something we have to deal with for a while. It's still the same basic task of checking for discrepancies, though. Let me know if you spot any. Ki Dai Wa. Ki Dai Wok. Okay, I'll teach you the next step for noting potential discrepancy. Let me pass you your office pen. You better not be delaying things for no good reason. Use the pen and select 2 fields you think don't match. I was worried you wouldn't spot it. The names definitely aren't matching. You'll have to point this out to Mr. Key. Converse with him directly and ask him for an explanation. What? So something's wrong with the name? Let me see. So the name's a little different. It's normal to see such minor problems in documents all the time. I can guarantee you that these documents are legitimate. If the information must match, you can't authenticate them. I don't care. If you force me to go fix these documents one more time, I will complain to your minister directly. He was told about the deadline to present proper documents. Let me ask you this. Is it your job to blindly follow rules, or is it to serve the citizens of this country? You know what the right thing to do is, so do it. You're ensuring all citizens get fair treatment. How is this fair to me? This is robbery. This is my land. Mine. You've no right. I think there's no getting through to him. You'd better just firmly reject his claim to compensation. To reject compensation, use the red stamp and imprint the mark on the title deed like you did when approving. Don't you dare stamp that deed. Alright, for the last steps, you need to return Mr. Key's identity card and the deed. You're just a trainee, aren't you? I'll tell everyone that your government's full of incompetence, destroying our lives, stealing our homes. He keeps getting bigger and bigger. You're going to find out it's us people in charge. Us, not you! Come on, baby. Oh dear, that was more difficult than I'd expected. Sorry I couldn't help out more. Just not my place to handle cases directly. Say that it's not Bobby's fault and you shouldn't feel bad. Admit you'd rather not deal with such people as possible. Well, we all get used to it. If not outright desensitized. Let's move on to the last case. It's an old lady who's had a few chances to correct her documents. Hopefully she's managed to sort them out, and she isn't as fierce as Mr. Key. I'll call her Q number now. Oh, little Elefante. Hello. My, you're so young. Madame Manat. That's what our country needs, not old, forgetful people like me. Don't say that, Madame Manat. Elders like you have valuable experience and wisdom to share. Gotta use the right tone with these old aunties. I'll let you handle the inspection and chime in if needed. Ask for Madame Manat's documents. Go ahead with the inspection like before. If you can't find anything wrong, go ahead and use the green stamp. If you see something strange, select it with the pen and tell Madame Manat about it. Manat Cour Bachois. Manat Cour Bachois. 58 Enghois Lane. 5B, not 58. Enghois Lane, M11. New Brava. It doesn't say. It looks fine. First let me take a look. I've actually spotted something. Do you want to try finding it yourself? I'll keep looking. Anything that seems out of ordinary, check with Madame Manat. M11. Manat Cour Bachois. 5B Enghois Lane. 5B Enghois Lane. M11. Date of birth. Female. New Bravania. M11. Oh, is it the image? Manat Cour. I don't see anything. Oh, is it the stamp? Oh, it is the picture. No, it's not the picture? Picture. Those match. Hope nothing's the matter. Converse. Yes, I need more time to check documents. Patience is one thing most elephants must have with such long lives. being Lane. No, those match. Manat. These dates? Good eye. It is. Okay. I saw 2957, but I don't know what timeline we're in. Good eye. The year's definitely wrong. Debate if we actually make it to the 30th century, though. I think we should hear her explanation before proceeding. Start a conversation with her about the year. Oh no. Oh dear. I brought it to the registrar's office. I thought everything was fixed. I might have written the date incorrectly on the form. It's just that these old eyes can't see clearly anymore. My hand is unsteady, too. Just one number is wrong. Can't you just overlook it? Asked Bobby. Oh, this is a tough one. It's just one number. But I don't have the authority to make this decision. As an officer in training, you'll have to decide whether awarding or denying compensation is right. It really was an honest mistake by this old elephant. But no, there's no time left for her to fix the documents. Yep, I will. Oh, Yuji, thank you. Now I won't have to be out on the street. Many blessings. I'll never forget your kindness, even if I forget everything else. That was funny. I did say it was your call, but I would have been afraid of letting the error go. Guess I'm just not cut out for making tough choices. Be careful not to earn a reputation for being too lenient, though. The Tokay will handle your next stage of training. Pang Kai Lao. Time to close up shop, everyone. What? It's still early. Why are you telling everyone to go home? Didn't you hear? The director left early to attend an important dinner function. He said any remaining work would have to wait till tomorrow. If Tokay says we can go, then we can go. You're welcome to stay behind and lose out on the extra leisure time. But I'm out of here. Dung Chu Liao. I'm doing my best with these words. Well, I guess that's our super productive work ethic for you. Looks like you get to call it a day. Tomorrow's going to be packed for you. You'll have the director's briefing on top of your first set of cases. You'd better head home and have a good rest. Say bye-bye to the officer. Squeak, squeak. Head home for the day. Oh, sorry, the tiny little baby is, like, killing me. At night, a dream begins. Hello, my, you're so old. That's what our country needs. Old, forgetful people like you. Everything is just fine. Nothing to worry about. You can just cave into sentiment like you did before. So sure you should be picking up the red stamp of rejection? Why did you choose green in the real world? You know, you seemed, I don't know, you seemed nice. I wanted to be nice. But I'm an old lady. Of course you should give me a chance. Old ladies always deserve to be pitied. Red stamp, red stamp. That's what you're told to do, but you don't have to do what you're told, do you? There must be good reason for the guidelines, even if I can't see them. Pish posh. Why follow the rules if it will only make you unhappy? So old, so forgetful. Just accept it. The stamps, the stamps. Oops. If you don't use the stamps, it'll feel like you're trapped in this job cycle forever. If you don't use the stamps, it'll feel like you're... Okay. Reject, reject. If they can't remove all doubt, then reject. Time to follow through on what you've started. You can't afford to turn back. Green is mean. The green stamp is ready for you now. Interesting. There you go. It's that easy when you know you're right. Give them to me and you can forget all about this. There. What happens doesn't matter. We're only ever in the realm of Maya. What? It's the realm of Maya. At dawn, a dream ends. Bobby! We came back in early, too. Goodness gracious, trying to get the worm, are we? Not that I thought you'd give up after a bit of training. How do you feel about how yesterday went? Praying for Trevor cases going forward. Still reeling from the encounter with Mr. Key, huh? Remember, the work you do is essential no matter how tough it gets. Looks at the director's door. The Tokay should be ready to meet you now. The Tokay can be a bit blunt, but he really wants the department to do well. Good luck. Bye-bye, Bubby. No wonder you had to take a half the day off, Tokay. Can't miss out on such a banquet. Free drink, free food, and most importantly, free from work. Hey now, it was work-related. Celebrating the achievements of senior officials is one of our duties, too. That means the whole department will get a half day off to celebrate your banquet when it's your time? Ha-ha! Oh, sure. When I'm promoted to minister level, I'll declare it an official holiday. What a joker. Ah, you're here. We were just finishing up. I will head off then. Thanks for letting me go on. Leave, Tokay. These children of mine, always getting bullied by the other students at the school. Good luck to us if they have to make the whole country get along. Don't make light of such matters. Our new officers won't have high morale if they hear such talk. That's enough idle chatter. I believe Bobby brought you through a few cases yesterday. How did they go for you? Bobby really helped with them. Well, I hope that doesn't mean Bobby did all the work. Sometimes he forgets his station. Things get messy if all of us don't keep our assigned roles. I heard from Bobby you decided to approve compensation to one Madame Manette. It was a small error in the documents from what I heard. How did you arrive at your decision? Saw an opportunity to improve the government's reputation was... Well, this wasn't an impactful case in that respect. A sort of big-picture outlook is commendable. Thinking about broader consequences down the line is what's expected of officers aiming to climb the ranks. And get us used to explaining your decisions as I'll be reviewing your cases after each completed district. Moving on, that officer who left when you came in, you'll be taking the rest of his cases as he had to go on leave. This is the folder for that officer's district. You'll be using it for two main things. 1, to keep track of progress, and 2, to schedule meetings with landowners. Let's take a look inside the map folder. This area is one of the oldest commercial districts. Generations of traders built a livelihood in these shophouses. It's seen better days, though maybe not by much. The recent public disturbance has made it even more unsightly. We will be clearing this neighborhood for new office buildings. Some will be upgraded for commercial use where new companies can be set up. Others will be cleared for government use. In fact, the Ministry of Finance will be headquartered here. Surely the importance of developing this neighborhood is apparent to you? Not in agreement. Are you nodding because you understand or because you don't know what to say? Speak up or I can't tell. The basic point is we cannot make progress without first removing what's impeding it. We have records for each plot. They include some notes describing the property and information about the landowner. Once you've previewed the landowner and plot, you can call them to the office and have their ownership verified. The remarks section will record the results of your verification progress and how you obtained the land. Next up is the deadline tracker on the top left. As you can see, each day has only enough time for 3 meeting slots. When you call a landowner in, it will use up the next available meeting slot. Since the deadline for submission is right around the corner, you will only have 4 slots for this district. That's 1 slot for each case. You must settle them then and there. All 4 plots must be acquired. Because the plans for this district are crucial for our ministry's goals, I want you to acquire all 4 plots. To track your progress, there'll be an overlay handle at the top of the map. Oh, I need to, actually use it? Cool. Shows you the key structures and the plans. Department believes completing this would have the biggest impact for our evaluation. There'll be notes to remind you of the significance of each project. Note the compensation limit at the bottom. The budget is high enough to compensate everyone. That doesn't mean you can award them willy-nilly. Remember that I'll be reviewing the meet cards and going over cases after you submit the folder. Alright, let's wrap this up. Not like time stops when you're not processing cases. Close the folder. Two things to note before we end. First, as I've said, there's no time left for landowners to fix their documents. If there were enough time, you'd be able to decide if a landowner deserves a chance to correct them. That simply isn't the case here. Second, I realize you're taking over someone else's district. Thus, it wouldn't be fair to conduct a full evaluation once you've submitted the folder. I will, however, look through the folder to see how you handled each case. we see any irregularities with your decision making, you'll need to account for them. So be sure to follow the rules. That will be all. Now get to work. Your nation is counting on you. Okay. Back from the briefing, ready to throw in the towel? You're inspired by the project you've already... You're inspired by the project. Okay, so our options are quit or say, yeah, we're so inspired to take away people's houses. Wow, you're making me feel guilty for not radiating optimism like you are. Might need to bring everyone into the office to meet you and soak in some of it. Oh, before I forget, I was popping by to drop this off too. Just a simple list to remind you of your basic do's and don'ts if you ever need it. I started making these because new recruits kept asking me for help reminding them. You wouldn't believe how much bobbing around it saved me. Well, time's a-wasting, and we've got a country to conjure up. Wish the officer luck on their first cases, baby. Squeak, squeak, squeak. When you're ready, open the map folder, select your first case. Open the map folder. I guess we'll just start with this one. Retail shop. Address is Merchant Walk. We haven't met them yet. Wee Wang Sa. IC number is unknown. Call. May the beacon of objectivity guide your intellect. Shenton Wee. Cogent, dispassionate, at your disposal. Wee Wang Sa, Wee Wang Sa. 1F Merchant Walk. M14. 1954. Wonderful. This regrettable chapter can be put well and truly behind us. Should you adhere to enlightened path of congruent cognition? I hope that was correct. I like how the time passes. I think that's fun. You've already got that one, right? Property is Shop House, Merchant Walk, Nyoming Chu. Good, you're not one of them. Those cannot trust. If you one of them, I no give you papers. I get different officer. Ask her who they are. Like you don't know. Them, cats, make noise all night, go into people's houses, no permission, steal money. Not only steal, break table, break chair, break laba statue, break whole restaurant. Must be that Arna cat. She always make trouble. Say my children bad dogs. Did she come here? You give her money? You shouldn't. She thief. I haven't met Arna. You watch out. She liar. She thief. You know, give her money. Okay. I find new place, start new restaurant, far, far from them. I can't. I say the IC has been damaged and you can't read the information. That's not my fault. I say you already. Those cats come and break restaurant, break house. Were you there to witness? I know crazy. Why stay and get hurt? I go hide with children. Ask where the IC was when it got torn. Upstairs, my bedroom drawer. Where else? They go to my room. Ask if she actually saw anyone do it. No, see what difference? Nose good, ear good. I smell, I hear. I know it's cats. They break glass, leave blood everywhere. I'm sorry. Eh, why hold stamp? Put down stamp. Wait, no stamp. Talk first. Fine, if you say I see no good, you let me fix first. How can you no give a chance to fix? Insufficient time, decision must be made now. Not fair, it's not my fault. You give me time, fix or else. Nope, sorry. What nonsense? Why I no get money? This building mine. Documentation is inadequate. You go punish cats. Why punish me? Baby reminder, be courteous and polite. You see dogs no up? You don't punish correct people? I will teach you all a lesson. Well, we're just going to go in order. Retail shop, merchant alley, Prakash Moshand. Oh my. Hello, how are you? My name is Prakash. Nice to meet you. Please excuse my appearance. I know I'm not looking presentable. What can I help you with? Would you like some tailored clothing made to measure? Ah, sorry. You're not a customer. You have questions for me, officer. Ask how he got his injuries. You're very direct, officer. I have no problem with that, of course. Well, you see, officer, I just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Cut myself against some glass. Got caught up in the riots, just spread all over, you know. Very hard to avoid. Did you make a police report? Oh no, what would I tell the police? I don't know if it was a cat or a dog or even some other group. All a big jumble. I think really we should do whatever we can to stay out of trouble. It's the wisest decision. All this mayhem and mischief. I guess one good thing is people will need my services to tailor new clothes. Okay. He feels grimy. Prakash Moshand, 38 Merchant Alley, M31. Born 1931, 1959. A very kindly good officer. I'll use this money to set up my business on a new location, one where everyone hopefully stays out of trouble. Hey, new bird. Looks like someone's ready to pack up on Balik Kampung. Not thinking of calling it quits, are you? You have to last until the end of the week. Please make it to the end of the week. How did your first day go? Went well, and Bobby's training helped prepare me. Super! Whether it's overconfidence from ignorance or you've actually gotten the hang of things, positivity is what we like to hear. If you ever feel lost, remember the golden rule. Finish the test quickly and see if mistakes come back to haunt you later. Give Daddy a break, baby. I was just joking. Time for us to go too. You know the drill. Bums to wipe and bedtime stories to read. Say goodbye to the officer, baby. Squeak. Head home for the day. Another night, another dream. Great. More nightmares. Just what we need. A field to be cleared to yield a harvest. A canvas bountiful, it nourishes indifferently, all allowed to grow upon it. Acquiesce, attend, adapt, accumulate. The sun, radiant, traverses relentlessly. Inaction is action. Acquiesce, attend, adapt, accumulate. The landscape, mutable, coalesces inevitably. Its form, its function. A riot forms, dancing in the wind, suffocating and stunned, feral and free. Another dawn, another awakening. Another strange one. Well, here's the final case in the folder to tackle. I like how the people in the office move around. Merchant Alley, Arna Bit Ismail. No, this is the one that the bulldog didn't like. Hi, officer. Here are my documents. I know the paper is damaged. Sorry. Yes, the instructions say bring IC and title deed. I missed something? How did it get damaged? I was walking along my neighborhood on my way here. Some puppies. They just came up to me and started hounding me. They threw dirty water at me. One of them was the child of that restaurant owner, Ming Chu, I'm sure of it. When I opened my bag to look at the paper, the ink was running, so I tried to dry it. That just made it worse. But you can still see my name and address. Yes, Arna Binet Ismail, 41 Merchant Alley, postal number M31. If you need my details, Arna Binet Ismail, 41 number 31. You can see half is there. Yes, that should be enough to show I am not lying. I also can't read this one. You need my details. Yeah, I mean, you can repeat them to me as much as you want. There's not... Sorry, I'm not. Ownership couldn't be verified because the information can't be read. But I've told you it was the puppies. I am not responsible for this. That Anjing. I am going to make her fix this. All the cases are done. Guess it's time to submit the folder. Have a seat. So you've managed to complete the district. Good. As I said, during your first briefing, I'll be looking through your cases. If I see anything that needs further explanation, I will ask about how you arrived at your decision. I will need to, align... What's the word? Must be in alignment with ministry regulations. Looks like your decisions check out. Good. Says here you denied compensation due to damaged documentation. You faced unfamiliar situations which weren't covered by your department protocol and had to make calls on the spot. Are there any aspects of the cases you would like to bring up for discussion? Did any part of the process make you feel uncomfortable? You felt some cases should be examined further before final resolution was made. That wasn't something that could be helped in this district. We had no choice due to the deadline. Rest assured that the government is mindful of sacrifices citizens are asked to make, and there will be opportunities to resolve cases in a more compassionate manner down the road. In the end, the real compensation for everyone is the country's success. If we get there, it'll all be worth it. One more thing before we conclude. I want to ask you about your interactions with them. How is their general attitude? Do they talk at all about the recent troubles? Concern over the government would maintain peace and order. Some were quick to blame others for unrest. That's what I feared. This sort of social friction can transform into open violence if we don't manage it. Soon after that, faith in the government will erode, and then we'll be starting from scratch all over again. Worse than that, actually, it'll be harder for them to accept a government that represents the interests of all. As the district wasn't assigned to you to begin with, you won't be receiving a full evaluation. Only category you'll be assessed now is your decision making. You see, you were awarded a B grade. While I didn't see anything wrong with your decisions, the cases weren't complicated either. To get an A grade, you'll have to make the right choices when faced with complicated cases. And also offer solid justification that can be officially recorded. That's how careers here really take off. As it states clearly, you're still on probation. You won't be confirmed as a department officer until after you've handled a full district on your own. It gets more complicated from here on out. Eventually, you'll be managing a budget and deadline on top of assessing documentation. Okay, that's all. It didn't take too long, which is great. Do you have any final questions before I let you go? What happens to residents once their land is acquired? I wouldn't know. That depends on many factors. Some will go to apply for new housings. Some will appeal to the compensation amount. Thankfully, that's not our responsibility. It's other departments' pasal? Understand? All right, you may head home for the day. Rest and prepare for the increased responsibilities you'll face. Can I talk to any of the workers? No? Oh, Bobby. Hey, new bird. Done with your first evaluation? I know I'm a little capo with this hovering around and checking in. I guess you can say it's my parenting Everyone, run! We've got to leave now. They're breaking through the gates. They have weapons. Cecil, what's wrong? Calm down. There's a mob. They just appeared outside. They're all shouting that we're stealing homes. They say we're corrupt. That tiger, Key, he was leading them. I think they want to kill us. I'm heading for the back door. Get out of my way. looks like this isn't some joke. Follow Cecil to the emergency exit. I'm going to the break room. I left one of my babies asleep there. You leave first. Go. Ask Bobby if he needs help. You barely know your way around. You just slow me down. It's okay. I got it. Go. Go now. Your new nation needs you to make the hard choices, to ensure fairness for the many, to secure our future. Will you serve? This makes me feel gross. Oh, that's the end. That was... I'm gonna go with interesting. It was not what I thought. The process is fun, but the political undercurrent was icky and made me feel gross. Let me know what you thought. Have you played this? Do you think you will play this? I think I'll skip this one. But it's an interesting premise, and I've not really played a lot of those, like, find the error games. So that part of it was fun. Thanks for hanging out with me here in the Casa. Once again, my name is Mandy Lee. I am one half of Casa Fortis. We do all kinds of cool, fun, creative things here at Casa Fortis. Today we paid compensation, not guaranteed. If you'd like to give us a follow, see all the other things that we do, you can click the links in the doobly-doo. And I will see y'all next time. Bye, everyone.